I told y'all about Ace Metaphor. I told y'all about Mr. Ace Metaphor over a year ago. Okay? And when I made a video about Ace Metaphor, y'all can see that video in the comment section below. When I made a video about him, there were certain people giving me pushback, telling me, hey, Ace is really, he the one, he talks the stuff that's real and so on and so forth. And I was like, man, no, he doesn't. Let me be very clear when I'm making this video. I'm not attacking any woman who was like grabbing onto his rhetoric or listening to him or anything like that. The point of me making this video is to tell y'all please don't be putting faith in these relationship podcasts and these relationship gurus and podcasters, because a lot of these people, unfortunately, they pander for a buck, for the dollar. They don't care about y'all really finding love or finding happiness and finding a mate. So where is this coming from? So Ace Metaphor, popular YouTuber, podcaster. He's a part of the popular podcast Tonight's Conversation. There are rumors going around, allegations going around from people that were on the I guess a woman on the podcast with him, basically insinuating that he's a toxic individual. I don't know if abusive is the word to use, but he's a toxic individual. You know what I mean? From what I'm hearing. There are people who have been separating from the Tonight's Conversation podcast, several individuals, and they are leaving. And people like, Ace Metaphor is the common denominator, right? So, and when I'm hearing this stuff, I'm like, yeah, it sounds about right. Ace Metaphor, man, he got popular some years ago. I saw women always sharing his videos, on Instagram stories, Facebook stories, and so on and so forth. And he would be hollering in the camera. And to me, whenever I saw him, it always seemed like he was framing his conversations around how the man ain't nothing. The man is garbage, the man is trash, and the woman needs to leave the man ASAP. And it was like, he was saying, like, every time, I would never hear things where it's like he was talking, what's the word I'm looking for? He was being fair in his analysis. It wasn't like he was speaking for both sides, men and women. Every time I saw him speaking, it was about how the man ain't nothing. If he don't call you every 15 minutes, he don't love you. He hates you, he despises you, and he's probably plotting to sleep with your best friend. If he don't buy you flowers every Tuesday and Wednesday, he hates you, and there's another woman in his life. If he can't put up with your nasty attitude, your selfish behavior, your obnoxious and manipulative ways, he ain't man enough to handle you at your worst. Leave him. You need to leave him now. If he ain't popping up every other day at your house, laying rose petals at the door, he's disgusting. He ain't the one for you. If you can't have access to everything in his life immediately, when you first start talking to him, he hates you. If he ain't popping up and paying all your bills immediately, if he ain't paying your mortgage when he first meets you, you need to run for the hills. He is a disgusting man. He ain't the one for you. He don't love you. You need to learn how to love yourself and find another man who's gonna pay all your bills 100% when he meets you off the back. Like, it was like crazy stuff like that. And again, I'm exaggerating a little bit with that, but he was along the lines of talking like that. And when I would see this stuff and I see women would share it, I would be disappointed in that brother more than the women, okay? Because these relationship podcasters, they play on women's desires, particularly black women. Single black women, they play on their desires to find love, to find happiness, to find a man, to find a healthy relationship. And they know there are a lot of single black women who are looking for that, for a man, happiness, love, a joyful relationship. And so they start spewing this rhetoric that is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's really, I'm trying to look for the word I'm looking for. It's unattainable almost. Like, it's like he presents he presents things that are, in my opinion, like, yo, come on, that's not reasonable. It's not reasonable at all. Excuse me for getting tripped up on my words in the middle of making this video, right? So yeah, he would say things. It's like, bro, come on, man, that is not realistic. Unrealistic is what I'm saying. It's not real. Unrealistic. He would try to build up, like, I guess, these expectations for a relationship that are unrealistic, you know. And he would do that. People like Ace Metaphor, he would do that because women are they want to hear these things. They want to hear, oh, a man needs to be giving you roses every Tuesday and Wednesday. These are things that they want to hear, and he plays on that. And I don't like that because, again, his whole point is to pander for the buck. He's not really caring about if y'all really find love and stuff. And I'm not making fun of any woman who was looking for love, looking for happiness, looking for relationships, because relationships can be a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Everybody needs love. Everybody needs someone to love them and to cherish them, etc. So I'm not trying to make fun of any woman who is looking for that, or any black woman looking for love and desiring that at all. That is not my goal with this video. My goal is to talk about individuals like Ace Metaphor who know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and he talks all these and then when you find out he is a mentee of Derek Jackson, all of this makes sense. All of this makes sense when you find out he's like a mentor for him. He's like Derek Jackson was like a mentor, But again, women, y'all gotta be careful with these relationship podcasts, because there's a lot of these individuals, not all, but a lot of them, they only out to pander to y'all and tell y'all unrealistic things. You see brothers talking with soft music playing in the background. If a man can't handle that you got an attitude, that you call him out his name, that you verbally abuse him, he's not man enough to lead your household. If a man doesn't let you do whatever you want to do and walk all over him, he's not a real man. If a man doesn't do everything you tell him to do, is he really a man for real? If a man always, if he never texts you every single morning of his life, he hates you. And then the music be playing in the background, brother. Like, come on, man. It's a light-skinned dude too. He talks just like that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't remember his name. If I remembered his name, I would say it. Light-skinned brother. He do all that just like that, and don't be meaning none of what he's saying. And then you find out these people who talk all of this stuff, they don't be living by this code at all, as you saw with Derek Jackson. Same goes with Mr. Ace Metaphor, all that hollering. You need to find you a man who's going to cherish you, suck your toes every single day with hot sauce. If he don't suck your toes every day with hot sauce and have flowers every single day, if he don't buy you chocolates every third Tuesday, if he don't buy you chocolates and buy you a diamond carat ring every year, he hates you. Come on, man. Like, what is we doing, dog? What are we doing? And then they be giving all this relationship advice. None of these folks are clinically licensed to provide people with all of this super, what's the word I'm looking for? I shouldn't say upscale, but all of these super, I don't know. I guess these superb relationship plans and relationship layouts. They're providing y'all with all these extensive relationship layouts and all of this extensive advice, and they ain't even clinically licensed to be doing all of this. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you have to be clinically licensed to give some relationship insight and advice, but a lot of these people are labeling themselves as relationship gurus when they don't know what they talking about. They just in there talking to y'all, saying whatever they think y'all want to hear. Remember that song, Ray Lavender Rail? So I tell them what they want to hear. That's all he tell them what they want to hear. That's all he's doing, And I mean, it's the game that a lot of people play on YouTube in general, and that's why when I talk to y'all, man, I'm speaking my true feelings, my true thoughts. I'm never gonna get on here and act like I'm the perfect man and I'm the perfect upstanding. I'm not married. I'm not gonna say spouse, but I'm the perfect man or the perfect individual or nothing like that. I'm the perfect guy to date, because I've made mistakes in relationships, many. I can tell you things that I've learned from them, etc. But I'm not going to come on here acting like I'm the holy grail for these relationships and all of that. I can talk about my experiences, things that I've learned and all of that, but I'm not going to present myself like I'm the guru, like I'm the end all be all of these things. I'm not going to act like I'm not going to get on here and pander to people either. What I'm saying is truly my feelings, because what happens is people pander to people. When these relationship gurus pander to women, women go out into the dating world, the dating sphere, and they expect men like Ace Metaphor is describing. They expect to meet men that Ace Metaphor is describing. He come every day. He just come off the bat paying all your bills, every single one of them, and he don't even know you. He call you, text you every 15 minutes. He call you every hour on the hour to check on you. If he don't call you every hour on the hour to check on you, he don't care about you. He don't love you. If he don't show up with flowers every Tuesday and Wednesday, he got another woman. So now a woman expecting a man that she just meeting to pay all the bills immediately, to call her every hour on the hour, show up with flowers every Tuesday and Wednesday. And then she's falling flat on her face in the dating world because she's expecting something that's unrealistic. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry I was stuttering all throughout this video because I kind of made this video off the cuff, and I really I made this video on top of my head. You know what I mean? Off the cuff. Well, yeah. I made this video off the top of my head. I'm sorry, y'all. Internal thoughts. I made this video off the top of my head, and I'm trying to gather some of my thoughts as I'm speaking. But yeah, what I know what I know, man. And I know that dude, Ace Metaphor, I knew he was on some BS. No matter how many times he holler and scream in the camera and yell and talk all of this, I knew, man, he's just out here pandering, trying to make a dollar and playing off of the emotions and desires of black women. And black women, I care about y'all. I really, really do. And because again, nothing but black women all in my life. Sisters, mothers, all the grandma, all that. My daughter's a black young lady, So I don't never want her to be out here having these unrealistic, what's the word I'm looking for? Having this unrealistic thought about what a man, what type of men are out here, when it's like no man is perfect like this that he's describing. And I gotta teach her not to let these relationship gurus play on her emotions and desires, because unfortunately a lot of them do. And then when we find out the real about them, a lot of women are hurt, let down, disappointed, because they thought this guy was really living the walking the walk, talking the talk and all of that, and he's not. And I'm sure Ace Metaphor is not, with how people are accusing him of being toxic and so on and so forth. He got some stuff going on with him too, man. And I heard he was out here trying to give Derrick Jaxn an out when Derrick Jaxn got busted for, being exactly who he said he wasn't, being the man that he was preaching against. When we saw Derrick Jaxn was exactly that dude. I heard that Ace Metaphor was out here defending it on all fronts, trying to give Derrick Jaxn an out for it. But yeah, man, I really don't even, when I used to see these people, women always was posting him, I'm like, yo, I know something is off. I know something fishy. So this is really not an aha moment, I told you so. I kind of presented it like that at the beginning of the video. I apologize. This is a video telling y'all, please be careful feeding into these relationship podcasters and a lot of their BS. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.